Good evening, everybody. See, I've confused people now because I'm early. And I'm not normally early, but I'm early. And I've been sitting here for 5 minutes waiting. So, hi, Kat. Hi, Paul. Hi, Craig. Hi, Joan. Hi, Claire. Hi, Jamie. Eleanor. How are we all doing? So, I caught you all off guard being early. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Stephen. I think I've even got it right. I don't think I've missed anyone, but thank you all for joining. It's that time of the week again. It's Friday. The week is over. But not quite. We've still got Sunday. I'm looking forward to Sunday. We are going to a place that we've been before. Hi, Terry. See, look, you're late tonight. And but we've never done the other side of the road, so we're gonna go back and we're gonna have a go because it was a little bit overgrown last time we went there, but it should be okay now. Hi, Graham, because it's that time of the year. Hi, Stuart. How are you doing? Yes, and this time of the year, plants are gone because I didn't want to fancy them 6 foot stinging nettles. But hi, John, how you doing? Hopefully, things will be good. Well, of course it'll be good because we'll be out having a laugh, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Right, let's have a look. So, how are we all doing? Hi, John. Right, I think that's everybody. Lots of messages getting health review. By the time they're unreviewed, then I can't see the message. I could move, but I don't need to because I've got this fantastic moderation team that does it all for me. Jim and Sigrid, how you doing? Roger, how you doing? But yes, thank you for joining. Right, okay, so Sunday we went out to a new place. It's a location we have never done before on the River Lee. And it was a heavy day. I've got to admit, it was a heavy day. Was for me, I kept getting all the big stuff. But we had some interesting bits out, some interesting people in the area as well. But yes, we got a few of something out, and they were blooming heavy as well. But that's what it's all about going out, having a laugh. The weather held off. I know a lot of other people. Hi, Lassen man, how you doing? A lot of people were moaning that it was raining all day. Well, we didn't really get it till 4 o'clock, which is fantastic. So we had a pretty dry day, to be honest with you. It's only at the last minute, but it wasn't heavy rain. It was pretty light, to be honest with you, pretty light. So I don't think Annie B, how are you doing? I don't think I've missed anyone. I must be getting good at this. Mind you, I've done it a few times before. So Sunday we are out at a location we've been to previously across the road, but we need to do the other side because we got told by a local of some very interesting things he pulled out in the 80s. So we shall see. We shall see. We'll have a look and give it a go. And if not, we could just move down the road a bit. Doesn't matter. Just hoping the river's not going to be too wild because around by me it's mad. It's very brown. It's very high. It's up about 2 foot. I'm hoping that that's not too bad, but we shall see. Anyway, so I've just been looking at some analytics, and we have had this month, well, the last 28 days, 782,258 views, which is astronomical, absolutely crazy. But I'm well pleased with that. So thank you to everyone that keeps coming back week after week and joining. I mean, last week I think it was about 680,000. This week it's 780,000. I mean, look like Cillian Murphy. I apologise because I'm not quite sure who that is, but now you said it, I'm going to have to Google it, am I? Just to have a look. But bye, Klein. Yeah, get rid of him. But yeah, to get that many views, we've had over 4,600 subscribers in the last 28 days and 18,500 hours viewing. God, you lot have got so much time on your hands. But yeah, all I can say is everything's going great at the moment. I reckon we'll hit 55,000 subs on Sunday. That's my estimation, so we'll see. I think it'll be Sunday, but Um, Absolutely brilliant, brilliant. Everyone that subscribed, and thank you everyone for sharing the videos as well. Really appreciate it. Hi Ralph, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. If you haven't joined before, this is actually a magnet fishing channel. Friday night is the catch up. On a Wednesday and a Saturday at 9 p.m. British time, we do a premiere, so we do 2 videos a week. We do one live stream on a Friday just to catch up with the subscribers, and we also hi Dave, how you doing? And then we go live Sunday twice at 12 and 3:30. Used to be later, but obviously with it getting dark quick, it means a lot more lighting. But we have got pretty good lighting now. Terry and Paul will say it's pretty dazzling, to be honest with you. It's pretty dazzling, but we have got good lighting now, so if we need it, we're all right. Well, there we go. My comments are off again. My comments stopped for some reason. But yes, that's us. So if you are new to the channel, thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe. There we go. Look, Stephen's got all the details there. He's got everything. I love it how he puts the ish as well. Ish. We're pretty good normally. Last week we was a little bit late, but me and Paul was moving all the heavy stuff that I kept finding. But we had to move that. We had a bit of a trek with it, but it's yeah, 12 o'clock on a Sunday ish. He knows me too well. He knows me too well, don't you, Stephen? Brilliant. So, haven't had a chance to go in and see about a tattoo this week because obviously with me just getting back to work after Christmas break, things have been pretty busy. I will get in the next week or so. Like I said, I am going to have it. It's just everything happened so fast. I hadn't planned it. The idea was to plan ahead and have it all organised beforehand. But things went very quickly in December and I didn't get a chance. It went a bit quick, but I will get in there. I think I have a design in mind now because obviously this one ain't going to work. So I have a design in mind. I did mention it to Terry and Paul last week. I think it'll work, but I'm going to get the tattoo artist their opinion on it. Hi Mark, how you doing? And see what they're going to... Oh, yeah, our new member of the thing, yeah. See them boat packs sell for what? 30 to 60 quid on eBay. I have got... Hi Corey, how you doing? Nice tattoo, mate. I've got a bucket full of boat plaques in the garden. It's been there about 2 years. I've never even bothered cleaning them because I've got so many of them. I suppose they're probably all rotted away now. I did leave them in water to keep them wet because they're actually better keeping them wet than letting them dry out and not cleaning them. But I have got a bucket full of the boat plaques. I think I've got one up there somewhere as well. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, I've got them in my van. I've got them in the garage. I think I've got one up behind me on the shelf and a bucket of them in the garden that I've just never done anything with. But like everything, I just don't have the time. I did clean up the players sign, which is unusual for me. Bill Gates, I wish. Yeah. What's it's like, Dave? Isn't it? You sort of keep things and think, I'll do that. Well, I don't. I sort of keep things and give it to Terry and Paul. Dark Knight, how you doing? But you end up with an abundance of stuff, and you just get to that stage where you just can't do it all. You really cannot clean everything. Well, I can't. I don't have time to do anything. I'm that busy. I have trouble washing my hands. It's like that's the thing with the motor trade. Your hands are covered in grime and dirt and oil, and then you'll eat a sandwich or a burger, and it all leaks on your hands. And you go and wash your hands because they're sticky. You didn't bother before. Why am I so busy? Because I work very long hour nans. I work long hours. I run my own business and I'm out for like 14, 15 hours a day. And I just work mass amount of hours. But I'm an auto electrician, so yeah, the amount of work I do, and it's just non-stop. Friday's the only day. Yeah, cars and vans. Fridays I try not to work long days, but I think I got back today about 20 to 6. But next week's going to be absolutely crazy, so it looks like I'm going to have to start earlier to try and squeeze it all in. Because the trouble is with me, I'm one of these people that should say no, but I don't. Yeah, I should say no, but I just like helping people out, so... Well, Andy, I mean, a lot of people do. Obviously, you wouldn't want to go into some of the canals, more streams, because the problem with a lot of the canals is most of them were about 6 to 8 foot when they were dug. And the problem is that a lot of them have got that much silt in them that you'll actually you'll step into the water thinking it's the bottom, and the silt, it will just suck your feet in. It is absolutely mad, to be honest with you. Some canals, when we use the heavy magnets at the edge and you just literally keep lifting it like that and bobbing it down, you can usually get it to go down another 2 foot in all the silt. Hi Alistair, how you doing? Jaylee Sims, you enjoying the channel? Thank you very much. Oh, we're definitely dedicated. Well, I think that's what they call it. But yeah, I mean, for anyone that hasn't tried it, my accent sounds elegant. Oh, blimey, I don't think a lot of people agree with that. But yeah, once you do it, you just can't stop. It's a real weird hobby. I think it's like a lot of people, they don't get it until they've had a go. Once they've had a go, they really do get it, because you just don't know what's coming next, and that's the thing about it. And I think that's why everybody enjoys it so much. Get stuck in the muck. Passed out. That's true, Nans. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, normal canals, like I say, 6 foot, but when you look in there, they look about 3 foot deep. But that silt, it really is. It just sucks you in. It's like quicksand. So a lot of people do small rivers and brooks and things like that. A lot of people do walk them, and they find some interesting stuff. So yeah, a lot of people do. I suppose you could sort of call it mudlarking in streams, that, but a lot of people do it. I just don't want to be walking around the water. I just like magnet fishing. What do you enjoy snacking on while fishing? Well, that's all down to Terry, the Northants cook. She looks after us very well. We've had all sorts. I've had steak. I've had full fry-ups, pot noodles, hot dogs, anything. I did see that, Mark, yeah. Weren't very strong, was it? I thought that was going to be a strong magnet. But the way he was able to pull things off there, I thought that was very disappointing. 100 grand for something that's not got the power of the Evo 80. Nah. Yeah, I did see it, but it's definitely not. Oh, hello, Andy. I didn't see you sneaking. You've probably been here for ages. But yeah, I don't see the point of it. Now, on a big electromagnet now, like a scrapyard one, now I think that would be good. I mean, them things pick up cars, but the problem you got is trying to get it at the side of the water. Oh, I don't want to think how many times we've had the police out. Guns, explosives all the time, stolen items like motorbikes and that we know. The hand was interesting. The hand that I found, that was right at the start. I'd only been doing it about 6 months, and I found a hand strapped to a barbell weight. In the UK, yes, we are. Australia cricket champions. I used to play cricket a long time ago. I must say, when I was a lad. A gold magnet would be awesome, wouldn't it? Because you think about it, we find all this stuff, and we know that we're missing stuff. And actually, down near you, Dave, down Briar Hill, I remember we went down there one day, and we started getting costume jewellery up. And when we actually looked into the water, we could see all this other jewellery that wouldn't stick to the magnet. And literally, it was. I leant over, put my arm right into the water, and I was picking out hands full of jewellery, silver jewellery, so much of it. So I mean, yeah, if we could get precious metals, who knows what's in there? Now, it wasn't a human hand; it was a prosthetic hand. Now, the area was that was. I'm nervous about the tattoo. No, not a chance. But yeah, the hand. It was an area that had been heavily fished. A lot of people didn't like it because we kept finding a lot of explosives there, and we'd shut the place down a couple of times. And I think that was somebody's way of scaring us not to go back. But we still went back. But that is on one of my very early videos, actually, like really early videos. Wrecked into the river. Get yourself in there. Get yourself a big magnet then. Magnetic grapple. Somebody years ago came up with the idea of a magnet on the bottom of a grapple hook. The only worrying thing is with a grapple hook, if you don't know what's in there and you chuck it in there, you do risk losing it. Because if it gets snagged, you're not going to get it back. You ask Roger. Sorry, Roger. But yeah, it's always risky. We only tend to use the grapple hooks when When we could see what we got, bikes and things like that, trolleys, all the awkward things that magnets don't stick to the best. But we do use grapple hooks a lot, but only for lifting. I wouldn't take the risk. How frequently do you find something valuable? Well, it depends. I've lost a few grapples, yeah, me too. It depends what you class as expensive, really, because we get lots of things. We get lots of things which, like motorbikes, they were expensive. The Canon, that's expensive, but I wouldn't say we get lots of expensive things. But I'm not really bothered about it because I don't do it for the money. I mean, half the stuff I find that I'll just give it away anyway. It's just I like the find to say I found one. I found one. That to me is the best thing. And if somebody else really likes it and they're going to do something with it, I would much rather they have it than me because it will just end up in the pile in the garage. I mean, I've got some parking meters in the garage that I was going to do a restoration on, and that was 5 years ago. But yeah, you just get a massive collection of stuff. I've got buckets and boxes full of stuff. Well, we've pulled up a lot of explosives, to be honest. A lot of explosives. We've pulled up from grenades right through to aerial drop bombs. The first grenade you get, you are a little bit twitchy. You do get a little bit twitchy of them, and then bigger ones come up, and you just have to sort of treat it with respect, And it's just one of them things. It doesn't really, don't really worry about it now. Just put it down, be careful with it, and just make the phone call. Then it's down. It's not your problem anymore. So, remember the young guy? I can't remember his name. Maybe Ben. I wouldn't say Ben's a young guy. I was speaking to him earlier actually, but there was Dan. He was young, but he's married now with a family. Unbelievable. Never thought that had happened, but fair play to him. Yeah, so explosives, I mean, when that one came out in Coventry, the aerial drop bomb, the World War One Cooper's bomb, now that was worrying because that's pretty big. I mean, that was a good size. It's about 2 foot long, big fins on the back. That was a bit of a twitchy moment. Fortunately, the explosive tip wasn't there. But the rest of it was. So, yeah, the first ones can be worried, especially if you haven't seen one before. Yes, you do get that sometimes, Andy. We have me and Mark, who was on here. I don't know whether he's still here. We did have an engine, but there was no way we was getting it with 2 magnets. So it would have needed more magnets and a lot more people, because not only did we have to get it out the water, we then had to get it up a bank and then over a fence. But we have found engines before. I found a Sierra Cosworth engine in Birmingham. We found a series mini engine in Cambridge. When I did the test on the Evo Extreme, we actually lifted a Volkswagen engine, a complete Volkswagen engine with all the ancillaries on, just to prove how strong that magnet was. It was unbelievable. Chose a long apology. I know, yeah. And good name, Stephen Cannon. But, do you have underwater camera too? We have been, well, Paul has been playing with an underwater camera. There is a few videos with it on. It's just UK waterways are not the cleanest. You get a very short spell, probably between spring and summer, where the waterways are pretty clear, but the minute it rains, they just go cloudy. They really have. When we went to search for Excalibur in Dosmerry Pool, we did actually have an underwater drone. And, do I know how you're doing? Yeah, we did actually mess around with a underwater drone, but same again. It was very cloudy. It wasn't the easiest to see, so it's awkward. British waterways are awkward. You see these people diving in places where it's lovely blue and clear and you can see everything. Yeah, you don't want to be doing that in Britain. I wouldn't be diving in there. But if you go back, there was some videos where Paul has been messing around with an underwater camera, and to be honest with you, the footage has come out pretty good. It's just the 2 or 3 times he's actually done it, we've been in areas where there's nothing in the water. It's actually been really clean. But, yeah, it's not live. That's the only problem we have with it. So, if it was to find something on there, we wouldn't know till we actually look back at the video. Start moving. Exactly, yeah. Zero visibility. But yeah, once the magnet's gone in, that's going to thin out pretty quick, that is, to be honest with you. Once that silk stirs up. And that was the thing we was finding Dusbury Pool when we was using the underwater drone. Go too close to the bottom and visibility is completely gone. So it's awkward, yeah. I think I'm probably going to have to go to like some really nice Caribbean place to try the underwater ones, but you know, that's not going to happen, because if it's that nice, there ain't going to be nothing in there. Putting a GoPro on. See, I did do that. I did actually, in the Thames, I did actually, what do you call it? Put a GoPro. Well, it was an action cam. It's quite an expensive one. It's one that I was sent by a company to try out, and apparently it's fully waterproof. So I thought, okay, fair enough. Tied it to the rope, chucked it in. Lasted about 8 minutes before the water got inside and killed it. I didn't really do a review vid on that one because it's not quite what they reckon it was. High Metal GJ, Drastic G and the Manchester Magnet Men. Yeah, I've met up with them a few times. But yeah, it doesn't always, they don't always work. This so-called fully waterproof one. First it's steamed up in the lens, and then after that, it really did fill with water, and it didn't work after that. Memory card was still good. We've got the footage, and that was really good, because when I pulled it in, I passed a crayfish, and it was good. It really was. Mr. Ed, how you doing? So it worked quite well, to be honest with you. It did work quite well, but it didn't last. And with a GoPro, when you've got £500, I don't really want to throw a GoPro in there just in case it gets stuck or I lose it. If someone's giving you one for free to try, then I'll go with it. No, never found a car, especially with people. No, I haven't done that. But haven't actually found a car. I do know of a lake that's got a car in it, because apparently in the summer, when the water level drops, you can see the boot on it, because it was obviously put in there with the boot open. So when the water level does drop enough, you can actually see the boot sticking out of the water. I believe it's in Ford Orion. But there's so much weed in that pond. We did try and have a magnet fish of it. And your magnet goes in like the size of a tennis ball, and it comes out like a blooming space opera. There's that much weed in there. It's unbelievable. It's completely unfishable because there's so much weed in it. And it was probably a fantastic place to do, because it was around the back of a traveller site that was closed down in the 90s because it was far too rough. I watched about 2 years of videos, so flipping heck, you've got some time on your hands. I don't think I could watch me for 2 years, but absolutely brilliant. Thank you very much. So anyone that's not subscribed, make sure you do. We have a premiere tomorrow night. Now, there was a bit of an unusual moment. We pulled something out that we've never actually pulled before. We got somebody to help us do it as well. But what happened afterwards was pretty scary. Well, not for me. I found it highly amusing, but Terry had a bit of a fight on her hands. That's about all I'm going to say. Yeah, definitely pondweed. You wouldn't want to do anything with that. But yeah, so yeah, when you actually see what was that, it put up a good fight that did with Terry. She was jumping around everywhere. But that'll be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. And like I say, we did pull something up that we've never pulled up before. Well, not of that type. But that day we needed a lot of help from the public. We had a very heavy day, and yeah, Paul remembers it. He'll remember it well. And then next Wednesdays, you'll see where Terry spent more time laying down than she did standing up. But I ain't going to say no more than that. You'll see it in the video. Oh no, not that day. Yes, see, I knew to remember it. Yeah, Wednesday's video at 9 p.m. You'll see that Terry was laying down a lot of the day. Bless her. Don't know whether it was age, but you plan to watch them all. Blimey. It's funny, really, when I randomly, it was every day, yeah, just randomly scroll and an old video and just click on it, and some of the things you think, oh, I forgot all about that. But that's what you do, innit? You just keep adding to it, and before you know it, I'm going to have thousands on there. I think it's about 1,400 now, because you've got to remember, YouTube's a brilliant thing because it's a massive hard drive. You put the videos on there, and like 4 generations down the line, they'll be able to look at it and say, well, that's silly old fool, what he used to do. God, we wouldn't do that. I might get my hands dirty, but that's that's the way it is nowadays. People don't like getting their hands dirty. He loved the fact that Terry has a bazooka. Oh no, it's not normal, is it? There's not many women you know that has a bazooka, but she has. I've seen it. Mind you, Paul's no better. He's got one as well. I'm not being rude. Oh dear. Yeah, hello darling, what would you like for Christmas? Ah, just get me a bazooka. Okay, that's what they're like. That's what they're like. I know you did have a lot of lumps that day, Roger, and I'm getting all sorts of hate comments about your belly. I'm not really. If you haven't watched Wednesday's video, head over there, because Roger's smiling a lot. And I've seen another video where it speaks, but we won't go into that. What do you do with treasure? I just give everything away, to be honest with you. I'm one of these, like I say, I'm not a hoarder, I'm not a collector, because the wife won't let me be, to be honest with you. I've still got, actually, a BMX in the garden, round the back of the fish pond, and found that on about the third pull of ever magnet fishing, a 1980s BMX, and I've still got that in the garden. Next to the rally chopper that I found as well, but they'll be going this year, because they're not very good, let's put it that way. They're going to have to go. But I do have a pile of scrap metal ready, so when I've got it all settled, then I'll get the scrap man out to do it. And yeah, they finally will be going, because if they don't go this year, I think I will be. So, how do we get the heavy stuff out? We just struggle like buggery. Sometimes we do use a winch or a come along, as I believe you call it. Bikes are heavy, but they're not bad. Motorbikes are a pain, but if we have to, we use a come along, and that's what we'll do. Don't think we have. I have used cars before. Don't think we have with Paul and Terry. We just struggle till we're broken. But the Harley Davidson, there's a few people on here who remember when we pulled out the Harley Davidson. Now, the Harley Davidson, that was mental. Absolutely mental. You do, you have no end of stuff behind you. I remember when you started doing them, Dave, you sort of sat in that room with a few bits behind you. Now you sit there and there's so much stuff in there, it's hardly noticeable. You don't really see you because there's so much behind you. How many? I think, was it about 14 of us with a Harley? It was mad. I think there was about 14 of us. I haven't harmed me, Dave. Yeah, Paul and Terry have a fantastic collection. If there's ever a zombie apocalypse, them two are getting out alive. That's all I'm going to say. The Harley, that was mental. That really was. Converter rotorbike. Of course, you won't let me near that. Blimey. Of course, I'd get right told off if I touched that. But yeah, big things like that can be awkward. I mean, I'm trying to think. We've had some massive things out in the past. I remember in Birmingham, just around the back of the jewellery quarter, got the magnet stuck on something, and somebody used their car, which was a 4x4, and it did make the clutch smell a little bit bad. But when it came up, we realised it was like a massive A-frame from a factory roof made out of like RSJs, and it stood up in the air, probably about 14 foot. And then the magnet came off and then went back down again. There's no way we was going to get that out. It was like literally an A-frame section of a factory roof was in there. It must have been so far in the silt, but the magnet just managed to catch on the edge. But clutches aren't made like a car. Now, we've had Rocky Fish's clutch a bit smelly. Well, Ben has, when he's got his mag stuck. We had that a bit smelly as well. Who pays for the grub? Terry does. And she never takes anything, but that's Terry. If she sees a homeless person, she's feeding them as well. And dogs, yeah, we found them. That's just lucky. Lucky we was there that day. There we go, you're right about it stays at the allotment. Happy birthday to your mum. Thank you very much for joining. Like I say, we will be live again Sunday at 12 and 3:30 UK time. Friday nights is just to catch up. And then on Wednesday and Saturday, we have a premiere at 9 PM UK time. But thank you for coming in. It's always nice to see new people. Terry is great. We have so much banter. People say I pick on her. People don't pick on Terry. People talk to Terry, don't they, Paul? Because if you picked on her, she'd let you know she's being picked on. She does. You're right. But Paul agreed. Bye, Nans, and happy birthday to your mum. Little Chef, didn't they all close years ago? Hi, Janine, how are you doing? But we do have fun. We do have a laugh. I think what it is because a lot of the audience on here, they're a little bit over 30, only a little bit. Your head's getting bigger. God, I don't need it no bigger. Because if your head gets bigger, that means your mouth gets bigger. And if your mouth gets bigger, me and Paul are going to need earplugs. Oh, she's going to love that one. Yeah, we do. Yes, possible, babe. Oh, dear. But that's what it's all about, having a laugh, isn't it? It does, yes. So if you want to hit the hearts a few times, it all helps, brings in more people. We have a very uncomfortable number of people in at the moment. Well, I suppose you could say uncomfortable, but for some, it's... Oh, there we go, it just doubled. Well done. Keep pressing, but the more the merrier. George, how are you doing? Long time no speak. That bread pudding's heavy. Yeah, you need a day off after eating that. I couldn't eat a whole one. Half of these lot could. Some of these lot, blimey, they fight for it. They really do. But, yeah, bread pudding is heavy. It is heavy. But she does a good ginger cake as well. Oh, here we go. Look, the Magnet Fishing Encyclopedia, Mr. Parsons, is off. He knows everything about everyone. Well, all I'm going to say is make sure you eat it and don't try and put it in your bag when you go back, because trust me, you're going to get excess baggage allowance. I can guarantee you that. How that woman manages to keep it moist for days, I do not know. Really don't know. There we go. Look, he's off again. See, he knows everything. If you ever want to know anything about any of my videos, speak to Mr. Parsons, because he knows more about them than I do. It's not bad here. I don't know what it is. It's about 5 degrees. It's quite nice at the moment. Look there. See, look, he knows everything. He's an encyclopedia. He's good. See you later, Stuart. Thank you for dropping in, mate. Say, what's the weather like out there? Is it cold in Canada at the moment? She should, Craig. She should charge for it. The time she spends doing it. The amount of fuel Paul uses bringing it to where we're going. I mean, he's down 4 miles a gallon once that goes in there. He is Mr. Parsons. Like I say, he knows more about the channel than I do. Tracy, you need some of Terry's ginger cake. It's moist, very moist. Another 17 inches of snow. Well, that's the thing, you see. Around Northamptonshire, you don't get snow. It always goes round. Everyone keeps going, oh, having all this snow. Nah, we don't have snow. It always misses Northamptonshire, which is great, because at least I can work then. 4 horses. I don't know. Adopting horses might be, you know, if you say you're going to bring your hamsters, you might have a chance, but, oh, what was that? Hang on, that went by a bit too quick. Going to eat your lasagna now. I've only give you compliments tonight. You should be happy. Yeah, you could do a crayfish pie for Craig. You know Craig loves crayfish. Oh no, she's even going to post it now. Mind you, you'll be all right with that. She couldn't post the bread pudding. The price of it will be really expensive. Can you half of the date? I'm the manager. You'll have to speak to me. Speak for me. We'll work something out. Oh, she's not going to like that. Oh, definitely not going to. 62 there. 76 and windy here. It's about 5 degrees here and a bit damp, but the only seafood is salmon and tuna. I hear you like crayfish, Craig, so out with a DS Magnificent. There's a show on it soon, Alistair, an MG show. It popped up on Facebook the other day. You posted bread pudding to Roger, but it cost about 40 quid. Bull crawfish is awesome. Look, there we go. Didn't want to find out. 38 miles per hour wind. I know everybody keeps saying, unboxing. Fish when it warms up a bit. How long does it stay cold there, George? How long does the bad weather usually put you out of action? Ooh, you've eaten them on holiday. And you weren't ill for a change. Blimey, they must have cooked them properly. Oh, you don't like spot? Well, you can have a crayfish and spider pie then. 25 centimetres snow last night. More to come. Chicken tenders and maybe cheddar broccoli. Cheddar broccoli rice? Not really keen on broccoli. If I had a choice of any other vegetable, I would. Longbridge MG Rover Factory Show in April. That's probably what it was, but when it come up, I knew straight away. I thought, I know who will be going. I thought it's definitely going to be you, because that's what you do. Fair play to you. Good steak, now we're talking. Oh, a lemon meringue. I bought a lemon meringue at Christmas. Put it in the freezer. I still ain't touched it because it involves cooking it and that takes time, and that's one thing I suffer with. He's not a fan of creepy crawlies. He gets on with the mad lot. What's wrong with that? Not Roger though. Roger's me mate. Just the rest of them. You would have a blast here, Roger. I'm just lurking. Yeah, a lot of people lurk. I don't mind. We don't mind if it's lurk. If people are lurking. Gotta have it almost blue to taste it. I don't know what we're talking about, but I hope it ain't that blue thing people was talking about years ago. Whew. You did buy me a lemon meringue, because you know I love lemon meringue, and I liked it so much and I'd had it for so long, I bought myself one. It's still in the freezer. But yes, see, she does look after me. As much as we wind each other up, she does look after me. But you did see on that video that she does sort me out occasionally. You saw them bruises all over my arm, they were. Don't you think you'll never forget? How could I ever forget you, Roger? We've got a few days to get out in the water, but usually good temps mid-March. Cool, blimey. That's why you have to have so much video footage in stock then. In Britain, we don't have bad winters anymore. Yeah, we just don't have our, years ago we would really have bad winters. But don't. I'm not spoilt. What, who's lying? I'm not. If you go back to the video, go back and have a look when we found that really old antique American till. You can see it. I just had to prove it because all of you said that it doesn't happen. It does. I've eaten them all though, Lindsay. You did. And Lindsay is the first person that has ever given me gravy in a roll. Or bread cake or bap or whatever you want to call it. And then bread things, 2 bits, cut it in half and eat it with it. Yeah, I've dipped them in gravy before, but Lindsay has an amazing way of putting gravy in it and it doesn't soak into it. But I did have to check that the gravy was just gravy because I weren't too... No, I was worried about the other thing you said. But yeah, Lindsay can do rolls with gravy in. And it doesn't run out. It's not a bread cake. It's a bread roll. Hang on. Let's get some international aspect on this, right? So when you get a roll, a bread, like a burger bun. Is that what you call it? Is it just got one name, burger bun? In America? Come on. Is there any other name? Trust you, Andy. Is there any other? It's not a bread cake. There's no such thing as a bread cake. Bread is not cake. Bread is a savoury, not a sweet. I know chicken and gravy. Oh, mind you, it was filling. The first one filled me up and then came round two. But I just managed to squeeze it in. Make bubble and squeak. Oh, I love bubble and squeak. Love bubble. I haven't done that for a while, actually. Maybe that's something I need to do. Brioche bun. Yeah, it's not a bread cake. And scuffler. I mean, she gave me bread rolls that were triangular. I've never seen anything like it. Let's have a look. Hang on. What have we got here? A hamburger bun. Okay. See, we have them like burger baps or burger rolls, but we have bread rolls. Have I got any bread rolls? No, I ain't got. I can't show you what a bread roll is. But all around the country it has so many different names. It's ridiculous. One thing can have so many names. I mean, I've got quite a few. You can ask Terry, she's very good with giving me names. I probably deserve it most of the time, but just a hamburger bun, a balm. So we've got a balm, a bap, a scuffler, a bread cake, a bread roll. But they do come in different shapes and sizes. Yeah, but I can't show the picture on here. No, and I ain't got my other phone on me, otherwise I could have shown it. But yeah, if you just go onto Google, put British bread roll, and you'll see what I mean. Don't put anything silly in like bread cake or things like that. I know you have lots of names for me. Biscuits. You see, that's the thing. You lot have like biscuits and gravy, and I believe your biscuits are like scones, scones, whatever you want. That's another one, another argument. Is it a scone or is it a scone? And that is the question. But cob, bat, bun, roll. That's it. There's just so many different names for the same flipping thing. See, I like cheese top rolls. God knows what they're going to be. Knowing them lot, it's going to be a scuffled cheese bap or something. They're cobs where I come from. It's a soft roll and it has a crust on it. It's a cob. No, that's a crusty roll. That's what you call it. Scone with cream and jam. Oh, yeah, now you're talking, actually. Yes, scones, but lighter. Yeah, I've been to America about 5 times and I've never had it. Biscuits open. Oh, biscuits would, yeah. Biscuits would be crazy. I'm hungry now. A biscuit is fluffier than scone. Yeah, but over here you see cookies are like biscuits. But like biscuits are like gone off cookies because they've gone crispy. But we love biscuits in Britain. Tiger bread cakes. No, tiger bread rolls. Or tiger bread baps, but not cakes. They're not cakes. Cakes, you don't have, well, you can have sweet bread. But then that's just, this is going to go on all night if we just compare it to other things. Jaffa cake. Is it a cake? Yes. Because it's soft with a topping. It's a pork bap, oh God. So what do you call a kebab then? A pita bread? Or baguette with brie and cranberry jam? I'd rather have Stilton. Definitely not Stilton. Biscuits here are fluffy and warm. Biscuits here are cold and crunchy. We've gone right off target here. You know, for anybody that's new, that's sitting here thinking, why are they talking about all these variants? We are actually a magnet fishing channel. We're just having a bit of a catch up. We just ended up talking about food again. A pizza pocket. I'll pizza pocket or two. Hi Sean, how are you doing? In Newcastle, what do I think? Bread buns are often called buns. Buns I can go with, because that's not saying a cake. Bread cake. You mean skinheads on rafts? God, I ain't heard that for a long time. There are topics that need speaking about. There is, but we could go on a long time because we could throw in that ultimate one that really winds everyone up. Does pineapple belong on pizza? There we go. There's the question. It's sort of meet and greet day. Baked beans and melted cheese and an OXO cube crumbled over the top. Spot on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Cheese and toast with baked beans. Yeah, but you've got to crumble an OXO cube over it as well. Give it about 5 minutes. Sorted. Fish cakes are different in different areas. Yes, pineapple on a pizza. There we go. See, people agree. See, I don't mind pineapple on a pizza, but a lot of people really don't like the thought of pineapple on a pizza. White sauce. What's the white sauce? Is that like mayonnaise or... What do you mean OXO cube? Where does that come from? They come from Sainsbury's and Tesco's and Asda. Don't tell me you don't remember them, Roger. You can't tell me you didn't have one of them in a mug with some hot water when you was younger. Gravy is brown. You are correct. Chicken in white sauce. Chicken in peppercorn sauce is good. Corned beef hash. What, you set fire to the corned beef? I think you mean hash. Well, I'm hoping you do, because up your way, I wouldn't know. If you blooming bread's cakes, do you get a loaf of cakes then? Is that what you do when you get your bread? You get a loaf of cakes? Hang on, what's that one? Yeah. Whatever that means. Oh, okay, there we go, because I didn't understand a word of that. It's a bread roll. US gravy. US gravy is white. Okay. More garlicky. That's just probably what we just call garlic sauce. No, a loaf is a loaf. At last, we agree on something, Lindsay. We really do. Gravy can be white and served over chicken or fried steak. I've never known that. White gravy. What am I eating when I go to America? Expat, how are you doing? I must be eating all the wrong foods, because, you know, you go all these things you're going on about, I ain't tried none of them. Sausage gravy and biscuits. Yeah. We have lots of types of gravy. Yeah, we have Bisto and Oxo. No. They're over here. They've got all these fancy things. They do what they call a chicken gravy. They do what's called a turkey gravy. They're exactly the same. You get a beef gravy. You get a lamb gravy. Most of them taste the same. Unless it's the pigs in blanket gravy, because I know Paul liked the pigs in blanket gravy. So, yeah, there is different ones, but most of them taste the same anyway. Brown what? Or somewhere in between. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm getting confused by that, but I'm not going to worry about it. Philly cheesesteak. Yeah, I see McDonald's in their secret menu next month are bringing back the Philly cheeseburger. There's nothing Philly about it when it comes to McDonald's, I can tell you that. What sauce if you can't eat tomatoes? I do like a good tomato. I probably did, Annie. I probably did, yeah. What did I get? Quarter of a snotty. Oh, Bovril. You can't beat a Bovril drink, I've got to admit. You've got to. Bovril's good. If you haven't tried Bovril, you need to try it. Oh, dear. Whatever. Like of poultry means dark of gravy. Yeah, I know. It's just they just put a bit of food colour in it. It's all the same one. It's just one's got some more colour in it. I think you're right, Janine. I think you do. See, I like trying different foods. I will try absolutely anything, unless it's fish. Not a keen fish person, but I will try just about anything. Hot, spicy. I'm not really worried. Yeah. Goodbye. Do me head in. Um, yeah, maybe come over and you could do a bit of riverside cooking with Terry. Oh, you've got Bovril. I think we'll be on Bovril this week then. I know a good gumbo. I have heard of gumbo. I don't know what's in a gumbo, but I have heard of it. Of course, you can't leave you alone for 5 minutes, Lindsay. Can I have gravy around into gravy to darken it? Yeah, you can. Like horseradish. I don't know how people can't like. I love horseradish. You know when you've got a good horseradish because it makes your eyes water. Oh no, not catfish. Oh no. Blimey, it's getting domesticated as well. Blimey. Gumbo. It's like a stew, I believe. Let's see if I'm right or completely wrong, completely off topic. You love horseradish. There we go. Hi Lizzie, how you doing? Didn't see you sneak in. Yeah, horseradish. If your nose is burning, your eyes are watering, it's a good horseradish. Trouble is with me, they say you should have horseradish with beef. Well, I'll have horseradish with anything. Even horseradish and cheese sandwiches are good. Have I tried gator? No, I've had a lot of people snapping at me in the past, but I've never tried it. Poured hot water in a pot noodle. Oh, It does, Annie. That's what I mean. Yeah, when you get that feeling like that, you know it's a good one. So, yeah. I'm hungry. Please stop. Brilliant. Well, I've already eaten, you see. I'm on time. I got in for work. I've eaten. I was on here early. Oh, I must be doing something right. Oh, she's doing spaghetti boy. It's that bolognese. Or you just trying to get hip, you know. Spaghetti boy. Love fried alligator. I've never tried alligator. My son has. I know he's had it. But no, I've never tried it, I've got to admit. But right, I'm going to wrap this up because I've got to upload some videos. And I want to do some more shorts. But I mean, tomorrow night's video, you've got to watch that awesome day we had. It was a hard day and something put up a fight. And I've got both. I've got and next Wednesdays and next Saturdays ready. So I might just upload them all tonight. Then I ain't got to worry about it. I can have a break from editing all weekend because I managed to get ahead. But thank you all for joining. Really appreciate it. Thank you to all the new subscribers. Like I say, it's been absolutely amazing. It's going really well at the moment. But take care, everyone. We're out Sunday. We will be live twice. We go into an area that I don't think you're going to have a clue where we are, to be honest with you. We're probably not going to tell you either, because if it's really good, we're going to keep it a secret, because then we can go back again. But thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it. Take care. If you are at the weekend, be careful. Wrap up warm. Be safe. And the rest of you, just have a fantastic weekend. And thanks for joining. And we will see you on the next one. And then hopefully I'll have some news about the tattoo. And once the tattoo's sorted, then we're doing a giveaway for the 50k. We'll probably be a bit higher than them, but like I say, it all happened much faster than I thought it's going to. Thanks for joining, everyone. Take care and have a brilliant weekend.